What's going on, guys? Back again on the Passat. Got something a little different for you today. Got this Towbar here and we are going to be installing it. So just got to whip off the bumper and then it reveals the crash bar. Also I need to do the wiring on it, so I'll show you what I'm going to do for the wiring. Yeah, so let's get started. So I've done it before, but bumper, it's got 4 Torx heads and then it's got the arch line needs to come off. They're Torx as well, but I can't remember what size they are, and it's got a couple of Torx at the bottom that you also need to take off. So I'm just going to whip that off now and it'll be done in a second. These are T30s, T30, 4 of them, and then it's I think they're T25s on in the arch lining. You've got this one here, and got this one here, which is just should be a T25, but I've used different ones which are T20, but these are from a different car, but they fit, but they are T25s normally. Then you've got 3 in the arch lining, and then you've got another T30, one there, one in the middle, and then one on the other side. Once all of them are out, you can now just pull the pull the bumper, and it should just slide straight off. Just like that. Careful if you've got parking sensors. You obviously got to unplug these. These are my side lights, so I'm not going to actually remove any of this. I'm just going to leave it there because I need to get to these bolts behind there. There's one there. Oh, there's 4. There's top and bottom. So just get rid of them. And that's the old crash bar off, and then I'll put the new one on. So we're just going to quickly take this off. Just like that, 13mm. Straight on. Straight for that hole, and you'll be able to undo it. There you go, crash bar off, and you can see where it was. Alright, so I made a bit of a mistake. I thought it goes in place of the crash bar. It does, in a sense, but I thought it bolted to where the crash bar is. However, it doesn't, obviously. It bolts to the body, and I've had to have these made up by my father-in-law, who is an engineer, so he knows what he's doing. Basically, that just bolts into the body, and this then bolts onto the tow bar. So I just got to bolt this in now, and looking off, all we got to do is pull these out on both sides, and there's like a little sticker here that you can push down that way. This. Oh, this one's in. Just like that. So I'm just going to bolt all that in now. And so this is the hole, as you can see, all the way down. I've had to basically drill this out, make it bigger. I've got to do the same for this one here. And then obviously on the other side, there, and obviously there. I mean, that took me a good 20 minutes just to drill that out, because I've got a rubbish drill bit, because I'm just like going round and round making it bigger as I go. So if I had the proper size drill bit, I could just go all the way down and make it big in one, but I lack the tools, so I've got to do it this way. So you'll come back with them all done, and hopefully this will bolt straight in. So I'll see you in about an hour. So I actually managed to find a bigger drill bit, which made life a bit easier. Didn't take as long as I thought. So I made the holes big enough for these to go through, and now I've just, because obviously it's bare metal, I've just sprayed it up. I'll show you now. Just put a bit of primer around there. I've got a bit of shadow blue I can put around just to make it a bit neater, so it don't rust, prevent it from rusting. So I've done them holes, not straight down now. So there's the holes. I sprayed them the same colour as my body, which is shadow blue. I just sprayed this one so it's a bit fresh. So I'm going to wait for this one to dry now. And then once that's dried, I can then fit these back on. It's been a long process because I've had to drill them bloody holes out bigger, but it's a must. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this to dry and then fit this. Hopefully it all goes on all okay. Right, so it is the next day. When I put this on, the actual bar that the Towbar fits onto was too close to the body, so my father-in-law has welded these spacers on, because it was about 35mm to, it needs to come out 35mm, so we put 40mm spacers on, and hopefully that's enough clearance now for the bar to go on. So I'm just going to do a little test fit and we'll see. Really good news, boys. Got it on. All on. My little making these holes bigger worked, obviously. That's all in. Put them in as well. So that's solid. The only thing I'm worried about is it doesn't sit as far out as the crash bar, wherever I've put that. It's literally flush with the body, but I don't think that's going to matter too much, as if it gets rear-ended it's going to be a write-off anyway, because they're trying to get all these old cars off the road. So either way it'll be a write-off, and this is a lot more solid than the crash bar. Right, got the actual head on it now with the electrics. Obviously they have to route the electrics somewhere. I'm probably gonna have to go underneath them round and come through maybe where that side light's coming out of, because it'll lead straight up to there, which I think is enough wire. But I'm gonna have to run, because obviously one of these is the right indicator, I have to run the wire to here, just one of them. Unsure which one, but I know there's a diagram online for which wire goes where, so I'll look at that. But that's on. I'm going to put the bumper on now because that's all in place. I've got to make sure I don't have to trim any of the bumper, and then it's just down to wiring, see whether it works. So yeah, I'll put the bumper on now. I won't show you me doing this because it's obviously, you know how to put the bumper on, but yeah, I'll quickly do that now. There we have it, bumper is on. No modifications needed for the to put it on. It's not cut at all, so it's just a straight fitment. So yeah, that's what it looks like in all its glory. Looking good. So now it's just a case of wiring up, but I'll crack on with that tomorrow because it's getting a bit on and I need something to eat. So I'll see you tomorrow. Right, so it's the next day and I'm going to be doing the wiring. I've got the wires here, so I'm just going to show you which wires go where. I've got a diagram which I found online. I will put it up the screen right now, so pause it if you need it. But yeah, that's the diagram that I'm going to be using. And these, this is a 9-pin connector, so these are pretty generic. I'm just going to be splicing into the wires and basically just running the feed off of them. They don't draw too much power, so I can't see it blowing any fuses or whatnot. So yeah, I'll follow that diagram and see how it goes. So the first thing I've done is I've ran a bit of wire from, there's a little hole, I don't know if you can see it there, ran a wire from that hole, fed it through here all the way along, and obviously there's another one on that side, and that will be my right indicator. So I only need to do that for the one side, obviously because it only needs the right indicator. I can just run left one off there and whatnot, and everything else off this loom. So that's the hardest bit done. I used this grabber, which obviously I'll just fed straight into there, like so, all the way down, and then obviously I just grabbed it, and then once I grabbed it from there, went through this hole, grabbed it from there to there, and then I grabbed it from that hole from in there, and then I grabbed it from here and pulled it through. So just make sure you got enough length because you don't want to run out. Something to play with, and yeah, that's spot on. You won't be able to see it either because it's all under here. Job's a good one. Right, now to actually do some wiring. I managed to do all the wiring. I'll show you now of what I've done. I followed the image I uploaded. So here's all the wiring. So this black and grey is your tail light, which goes to the brown on the trail light. You've got your earth, which is the brown on the Passat and the white on the trailer. The red is obviously the brake light, and that goes to the black and red. The yellow is your indicator, which goes to the black and white. And then the green is the right indicator, which goes to this side, which is also over here, which is the black and green wire. And yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do for it. And just to show you guys that it's actually working, I'll put everything on now. Yeah, so I've got the side lights on with the hazards, and I'll show you the indicators now. Left indicator and right indicator. So that is literally everything you need to do to wire up and install the Towbar. It's quite straightforward. The only problem I had was my my trailer plug was all corroded. So when I plugged it in, it had no, obviously it didn't work because everything was corroding it on the inside. So I had to buy a new plug, wired all that in, and that worked. So yeah, that's really it. It's quite straightforward. Obviously it's a bit tedious with the wiring, but once you get there, it's quite easy. Yeah, that's it. If this video has helped you, if you've just watched it for the fun, and you've enjoyed it, give us a little subscribe. We're almost at 200 subscribers now. So yeah, if we could hit that 200 milestone, that'd be brilliant. Next milestone after that is 300. So we're working our way up. We're slowly getting there. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed, watching these videos. Yeah, so I guess I'll catch you all in the next video. I'll see you there. Peace.